And Sophie, given the controversy over the Olympics, not to mention that the infections are still rampant, not that much of a surprise that perhaps we could see foreign spectators not being allowed in.
That's right. So ahead of a meeting yesterday between all the different organizers of the Games, we did have a report from Japan's Mainichi daily newspaper saying the Japanese government is wanting to keep fans from overseas out of the Olympics. And sources in that report say the reason is concern about public opinion here in Japan when it comes to controlling the spread of the virus. Now, the Prime Minister has denied that report, but it's certainly true. He needs to be careful about public opinion. His cabinet approval rating has taken a hit in recent months as virus numbers have picked up, although let's keep in mind Japan has not been as affected in terms of deaths and infections compared to its peer countries. We can also take a look at the guidelines that the Olympic organizers have already announced for athletes and support staff who will be coming to Japan for the Games. And sure, there's no compulsory vaccination or quarantine, but these people will be restricted quite a bit. They will just come and go between their events and accommodation. They won't be allowed to use public transport. So if you try to apply those same rules to what would be a larger group of spectators coming from overseas, you can see how it could be difficult to keep control.
Nothing's certain in a pandemic, right? So is there still the possibility that the Games could be cancelled?
Yes, we can't rule anything out. It does seem unlikely they'd be cancelled at this point. Certainly all the different authorities here, including the Japanese government, have said they're enthusiastic. And looking at all the different accommodations that have been made so far for the athletes and support staff, we can likely expect the Games to start on schedule in July, although it won't look like the Olympics from previous years. We should see a very toned-down event. And any idea that this would be a big party in Tokyo and really celebrate the Japanese economy's resurgence, that has largely now been left in the past as they just try to go ahead with a low-key event.